One thing that I think Episode 9 really has going for it is exactly how the characters of both Kylo Ren and Rey will interact with each other on the big screen by writer and director J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing is for certain is that JJ will be taking these characters in a completely different direction than they have ever been before in the Star Wars universe. And honestly, I think that's one thing to look forward to in this movie, is to see exactly how J.J. Abrams will be changing the concept of Reylo, and how he will actually be introducing these characters 1 year after the events of The Last Jedi. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with one of the set designs that has all to do with Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley. Now, what's really intriguing is that Daisy Ridley is set to shoot a sequence over at Pinewood during the second week of January, which, by the way, is next week. Now, this will include Daisy to work with Adam Driver on board of the Millennium Falcon. It's described that both Ridley and Driver will sit inside the cockpit of the Falcon, in front of a large green screen where the Falcon will move around by use of mechanics. It's said to be a scene for a battle over the surface of a planet. Another sequence to be filmed for Daisy and Driver will include the two hanging on the edge of a cliff, with Adam hanging onto Daisy's leg. This is likely a sequence for a part of the saber duel, or after the duel. Lastly, a sequence will involve Adam Driver carrying Daisy Ridley with bodies of fire around him in the woods by use of pyrotechnics. Now, I really want to go over a couple of parts about this, because the first thing is really getting me very excited for this movie and what we could actually possibly see in this film. Now, the Millennium Falcon, right? This was a deleted scene in The Force Awakens where Kylo was actually able to board this thing and reminisce with the past and with his father. So with that being said, alright, I really want to dive deep into this sequence that's to be shot next week involving Daisy Ridley and Adam, where they will be shooting a scene, which, by the way, it's going to be a 2-day shoot, on board of a set piece of the Millennium Falcon itself inside of the cockpit that will be moved around by use of mechanics to emulate the battle over the surface of a new planet in this movie. So, I don't know about you, but to me it sounds like this is Rey and Kylo Ren teaming up. Again, I could be wrong, but this sounds like it is just that. It could be that also maybe Kylo Ren is taking pretty much Rey on board of the Falcon as, you know, a prisoner or something like that, and he's taking over the Falcon for himself. That's a possibility too. But I think that the safest thing to say here is that, yes, this is probably the beginning of the quote-unquote Reylo stuff in Star Wars Episode 9 toward the very end of this movie. And it is also described that this is a sequence for the third act of the film. So once again, this sounds like a part of the ending of Star Wars Episode 9. Now, does this mean that the Falcon is going to bite the dust, or is it going to live on past Episode 9? Surely I can't imagine them destroying the Falcon. I just can't see Disney and Lucasfilm having the bravery to do that. But the next thing that I do want to go over is the sequence that involves both Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver to hang on the ledge of a cliff. Alright, a big cliff set design over in Cardington. Now, this is separate from the Pinewood set. Now, this set design most likely is going to be for in between the lightsaber duel, or after or before the major lightsaber duel to come in Episode 9 between both Kylo Ren and Rey. Now, this to me sounds like, once again, they're trying to really create a lot of action and suspense in Episode 9 that's really going to keep the fans on the edges of their seats, which I think is a great thing. I think that it's great to feel something, right, in a Star Wars movie. And with that being said, this is a very special film. This is the final Skywalker Saga movie, and you really do have to go all out, Disney, right? So I think that what they're really trying to do here is they're really trying to introduce these amazing scenes between both Kylo and Rey that are truly going to stand out from the previous two movies. Now, the last one that really does actually make me believe that Reylo is once again going to be a part of the third act of the film. The third act of the film will include a sequence between both Adam and Daisy, where Adam is going to be holding Daisy Ridley, very similar to how he held her in The Force Awakens on Takodana, except this time he is surrounded by bodies of fire in the woods. So this is all going to be done by pyrotechnics. Now, I don't know about you, but this sounds like the major battle that we have been hearing about for so very long now on this jungle world. I think it's going to be just this. So we do know that there's going to be a major battle on this unknown and new world in episode 9 at the very end of this movie. Again, like I say, it could be the First Order headquarters, it could be the same exact planet, we're not quite sure, but everything really is starting to line up here. Everything is sounding very interesting to me, and I cannot wait to see exactly what will be shown on the big screen. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.